and our talents. All right, let's invite Annie Lee.
Thank you, Sarin. Welcome to today's masterclass, which is a career masterclass. Oh, thank you for joining our so-called our talk today. And let me introduce myself. My name is Annie from Singapore, and today I'm a DCIG trainer, or you can say people call me Teacher Annie, which is normal people will actually call my name. Now, I just want to share some experience of using this system. Now, I graduated with a multimedia system as an engineer, and I worked in HP for a couple of years. And after a couple of years, I actually joined a local company to work as a normal IT engineer as well. And after that, I joined my husband in a recruitment company and helped him with the business for over 10 years. And now during the path of my career, there is a lot of changes. I can't find what I want to do. I'm not sure like all of you here. So I didn't know what I need to do. What is my purpose of my life? What is my talents? And what is my passion? Is this something I really want to find it? So in the last couple of 10 years, with the seed planting, we call, meaning to say we can use a technique to actually plant the seeds to actually allow us to have our dream come true. So I remember a couple of years back, remember that my childhood dream, I'm not sure any one of you have a childhood dream. I dreamed to be a teacher one day, when I was 8 or 9 years old. So I guess that many of us, like me, we didn't think it's possible. But today I can tell you with this seed planting, it's possible because with the seed planting, you can actually plant the seed that you want to actually get back what the results, you see. So now, before I go on to this topic, I would like to ask all of you here, do you enjoy what you are doing in your work now? You can actually type it inside the chat box for me. Do you enjoy what you are doing in your work now? Yes. Okay, Jianhan say yes. Wow, you have a passion. How about the rest of you? For those who are new here, you can share with us whether you are enjoying yourself. Oh, 50-50, yes. Oh, so meaning everybody, yes? Can I assume that for those people who just joined the talk today? Now, it doesn't matter whether what kind of career or what kind of talents you have. There must be something special in all of us here because all of us are unique and special. For you are only one and one person with that name or with that body in earth. Okay, you must be curious what I'm talking about. Okay, it's related to today's topic. It's called talents. Now, whatever career you are doing now, you must have some talents. Maybe you don't know what you are doing. Maybe you are just a baker. Definitely baker need to go through training to become a baker. But you must have a talent, right? Even for cooking, some of us can't even cook, right? So meaning to say in a job, you are a talented people, okay? So today the topic here is actually about talents. So what is actually in our Asian source, it says that talent is actually called vein of sugar, and it's in Tibetan, we call it calm. Okay, this word calm is come from the Asian source that tell us that it is something very special, unique in all of us. Okay, all of us. Even a cleaner that you see in your office building, they all have a unique personality. Okay, so they all have the calm. Everyone has a calm. Okay, so we will go deeply into that. What is calm, which is actually the talents. So there are 3 types of talents we are going to talk about. The natural talents. The natural talents is some of us are born with it. Some of us are when we are young, the moment that, when you are in maybe you are just a baby, you can actually do all those drawing. Some can even sing song. So it's a natural talent, okay, that have been with you for that past, you see. Meaning to say we actually have the seed before, that's why it's a natural things, okay. Next one is a hidden talent. Um, can we have the next slide? So this is a natural talents. Okay, I'm going to talk about this hidden talents. So most of us spend 3/4 of our life working, okay? And I hope that you are doing what you are enjoying now, okay? And now this hidden talent is actually something going on along the way in your life that you have this gain this experience. And can you remember the first time when you get into your first job? Do you know how to go into that work, to how to do that things? If you can, if you know how to do the job, in your first job, the first day, meaning to say you have the seeds, okay? So if you don't know, but you learn along the way and you develop these talents, right? Sometimes in the corporate, we call it promotion, okay? Or sometimes we call it a different hierarchy, okay? So there is some hidden talents in all of us as well, okay? So the next one, what's the next slide about? Okay, this is our ultimate talents. Now, this means that there is a precious talents of all human beings, meaning to say all of us here are unique. We have a special talents that we can actually use it to help people. I'll give you for example, like those famous singer, from famous singer, they like to sing song. Now they must be a reason why they are famous. Because when they actually have an intention to sing, they want to sing the song to comfort people on earth. Okay. Or a fashion designer, if you know of any very um so-called the name, there are many fashion designers who are so famous today is because they have the idea, they want to use the design of this idea to communicate with the world. Okay, so all of us here have a purpose as well, meaning we have a talent, and if we have a passion, we can actually use this talent to help more and more people. Okay, so it's something that you can actually plan it. Okay, and we will talk more detail if you can come for our workshop the next time. Okay, how about next slide? Now, this word passion. Any one of you like to fall in love or you fall in love before? If you say, if you can let me know in the chat box, let me know, do you fall in love before? If you can key why? No, I'm single. It's all right. You know what the passion, the feeling? Why? Oh, okay. So many of you have fallen in love before. Okay. Yeah, it's the same thing. I fall in love with my husband. Okay, that is the feeling of passion. Meaning the passion in your career is same thing as fall in love with your career. Okay, it's the same feeling. And we are going to actually see that, there is actually 13 signs of passion. So I'm going to ask you this question. If you have it, you can actually key in 1. If you don't have it, you can actually key in 2 in the chat box. You can actually write it on a piece of paper. So later on, we can actually calculate whether you have passion or no passion. If you don't have passion, that means that you need to work it out, right? So can I have the next slides? Yeah, this is the 13th sign of passion. So what is the first one? Are you happy with your job? If you are, you can key in 1. Of course, you think, no, that there is one, okay. Only 1%, the rest that is no, you're not happy. 1 and 2. What is 1 and 2? 2 could be, okay, 2 is not 1. So how about the rest of you? Are you happy with what you are doing now? Your work, your career, 1. Okay, so you just take note and then put it inside on a piece of paper. We are going to do a calculation. So the next slide. Now, do you feel joyful, when you are doing your work? How can we define this joyful? Meaning to say, as you're doing your work, but you are tapping on the keyboard, you are actually singing song. Okay, or when you are taking a call, you are not feeling, people complain to you, you are just feeling joyful to handle the problem. If you are, you can say yes, 1. If you are not, you can just put 2. Okay, now this joyful is the key to become a leader. Okay, so if you are not joyful, you have to watch how. But all this we can use the system to plant the seeds. Okay, thank you. And next one, number 3. Do you forget about time? When the time is up, somebody will tell you, oh, time to go home, and you refuse to go. You want to continue to work. Okay, you forget about time. Any one of you want? All right. Okay. If you are number 2, meaning to say, wow, you watch on the clock. 5 o'clock, I'll go home. 5 o'clock. So immediately 5 o'clock, you just switch on the computer and go. Okay, this is what I mean by there's no passion about your job. Okay, so if you are, you can let me know, 1 or 2. And number 4, so completely adopted, meaning to say that you are totally so adopted into your work. When 1,000 people behind calling you, you can't hear your name. This is what I mean by completely adopted. Even there's a fire in the house or in the office, you won't nothing notice that. If you are, you can actually say yes. You can just put in 1 if you are. Okay, thank you so much. And then keep a record of this. And number 5, next slide. And you don't want to stop. You realize that you are addicted to your work. You don't want to go home. If somebody asks you, your colleague asks you, come, let's go for dinner, come, let's go. You say, no, I don't want to go, right? That is a sign of you don't want to stop. Okay, so you can actually put in 1 if you don't want to stop. Okay, so if you are number 2, meaning to say, oh, okay, let's go, come, let's go. It's not important. Your work is not important. Number 2, okay, thank you. And then next slide, number 6. Can I have the next slide? Okay, if you are doing any kind of career, you like to talk about it. You like to share about it. It doesn't matter what kind of career you are doing now. It could be in financial, it could be in your field of work. You like to talk about it. This is a common things. Yeah, number 1. Oh, you really like to talk about it. Okay, good. If you are not, you can actually put number 2. And next slide. Our family members are irritated with us. The first time when I joined these guys in 2011, the moment that we get back home, Teacher Sunny and myself, we will always talk about the seeds, the band, and especially with our children, with our family members as well. So one day they'll come back to us and say, can you just stop talking about your work? This is how you feel. If you are your family members are irritated, you can actually key in 1. If there's no, then it's all right. Number 2, okay. And next one is 3, and continuous study, meaning to say in your job, you are always constantly upgrading. If you know in Singapore, government is very supportive in upgrading, you will try to apply to company or even company will send you for training, or even you yourself will want to upgrade your skill. That's why we are constantly learning, and we don't stop it. We don't stop. Okay. So if you are, you can key in one. If you don't, it means that after work, just go home or happy, go party with your friend. So if you are, you can key in one. Okay. And then number 9. Okay, you like to hang out with people of the same interest. Yeah, same thing. If you are, if you like to talk, if you are working in the industry, which is insurance, usually you would like to hang out with people who are working in the same field as you. Okay, like myself, Sunny and I are having the same interest in how to apply this DCIG system. So how to do meditation, how to do yoga. So this is the field of interest that we are always trying to hang out with, the people. We will try to get people to come let's join us for the same interest. If you are, you can key in one. Okay, and number 10 is you're willing to work for free, meaning to say if this company is not paying you, you are willing to really work for free. Okay, so if you are, you can actually try to key in one. Okay, my experience is before I joined Diamond Cutter Wisdom Singapore, I was also a volunteer for 4 years before I become a full-time staff as well. So-called, I spent the first 4 years as a volunteer, trying to spread this DCIG system. So it's not the concern of money, it's the concern of how do I actually help people to understand and they can use this system as well. So in this system, we want you to be successful, okay? And if you are willing to work for free for your career, you can key in one. If no, you can actually key in 2. Okay, and then next slide. Yeah, of course, idea never stop. Now, when you are working your career, I'm sure that you will come up with different ideas, right? How to manage, how to sell a product, how to communicate with people. That's why you are here today, to learn how to plant the seeds by using a new way, a new system to fulfill your dream or to solve a problem. Okay, and this is the idea that will never stop, to apply in your daily life. Okay, so if you are, you always have ideas, you can actually key in one. If you don't have, it's all right. Okay, you can key in 2. And next one, what is the next slide? Oh, new way to do things. And if you are having a passion, you realize that new way to do things is different. What do I mean by new way? Meaning to say you could be, you see, human being has a habit. If we were asked to travel from point A to point B, we will definitely take a bus from point A, definitely travel to point B. Okay, we won't think of others. Okay, but the new way is basically you have a new idea. Maybe you can travel from A to Z and then to B. Okay, that's a new way, which means that we have the flexibility, okay, to accept ideas from others and see how we can actually implement that. Okay, now there are many ideas in your career that you actually try to be innovative about. Okay, if you are, you can actually key in 1. If you are not, then you can key in 2, it's all right. Okay, then the last one is in your career, you always like to share. Okay, now the role of a teacher is actually to share. Okay, meaning to say you are happy to share your knowledge with your colleague, your family members, the people around you, right? So meaning to say this is 1, if you are happy to share. If you are not, it's all right. You can key number 2. So the next slide. Okay, I'm going to round up this. Okay, you can see there is total of 13 sign of passion, right? So if you are below 9, you can just key in inside a chat box before I say the answer out for you. Okay, who got 9? You can key in how many you have: 9, 10, 11, 12, or 13. You can do a calculation for that, or 5 or 6. 12. Oh, just 12. Oh, 5. Okay, and then any more? All of you. All of us here got passion. For those who never key in the answer, that means your passion is really like fire. You are really falling in love with your job, your career. 10. Okay, 4. Wow. Okay. Now, for those of you who are having the number which is below 8, that means that you need to plant the seed for passion. Okay. Of course, how can we plant the passion? Now, when I first got into this DCIG system, I don't believe what my teachers say, but today I can tell you it changed my mind completely. So how do you actually do it? Number 1, you can do a smile. You can smile around family members the first thing in the morning when you wake up. Say good morning. That is the first thing. You already plant the seed for passion. Okay. And number 2, encourage others. Whether it's your children, it's your colleague, it's your parent, or anyone in your life, you can actually encourage someone. And the third one is to praise them when they do a good job. Okay, so it's actually by doing all these 3, you are actually planting a seed for yourself to see yourself having a passion. Okay, and the last one, the last step, which is actually number 4, we can use a DCIG new system, which is proven to work 100% workable, and you can see the result even faster, and you don't have to wait for a long time. Is to use the 4 step. Okay, later on, Teacher Sunny will actually share with us on how to actually use this 4 step in our life as well. Of course, what did we do to have no passion? What did we do? Are you interested to know? I'm not sure any one of you will do this. You always say, if you are always saying cannot lah, impossible lah, you always have to pour cold water on someone else. Okay, meaning to say you are actually trying to show something that which is actually to burn off all these passion seeds as well. So in order to have passion, try to encourage someone, meaning to accept. Accept, just accept. Doesn't mean you have to do something about it. Just accept the ideas. Okay, so this is a way that in our life we can actually do that. Okay, so now I will, let me see. Okay, now this is a topic about the talents and the passion. So now if you can share with us what is the problem you have for yourself, you can actually key it inside the so-called the chat box, and later during the Q&A we can answer for you as well. So I will pass the mic to Sunny to talk about the new invention. What is about this new invention? Thank you, Sunny.
Thank you, Annie, for the awesome sharing. Because with that, then we very clearly understand